Let me take you on a journey with a remarkable coin, one that seems simple at first sight, but hides layers of heritage, design, symbolism, and intrigue. Picture in your mind a South African R1 coin minted in the year 2010. Though modest in size and metal, this coin tells a story of national identity and craftsmanship. It bridges the everyday world of commerce and the rarefied realm of collectors. The rand as a currency was introduced in South Africa on February 14, 1961, just before the country declared itself a republic. Over the decades, the R1 coin evolved in appearance, material and meaning. By the time 2010 came around, the R1 coin was struck in nickel-plated copper and had become part of what is known as the third decimal series, 1990 to 2011. On coin.club, its dimensions are modest but precise, a weight of 4 grams, a diameter of 20 millimeters, and a thickness of about 1.8 millimeters. Munstuck International Coins +1. The year 2010 is inscribed at the top of the obverse face. On coin.club +1. Over its production run, the mintage for this coin reached approximately 45,120,000 units. On coin.club +1 lifted to the light, and the obverse side reveals the coat of arms of South Africa, a powerful emblem adopted on April 27, 2000. On coin.club +1. That coat of arms is not just decorative, it is built from interconnected elements, ovals, tusks, rising sun, and a scroll, that together symbolize rebirth, growth, unity, and hope. On coin.club below that central motif sits the motto in the Zem language, Ke, translated loosely as, diverse people unite, embracing unity in diversity. On coin.club on either side of the shield, you'll see the name of the country in 2 languages, Afrika Boa and South Africa, with the initials of the engraver, ALS, inscribed subtly. On coin.club +1 around the rim is a segmented reeded edge, each section giving a tactile texture to the coin's perimeter. On coin.club turn it over, and the reverse side comes alive. Here is the graceful springbok antelope, mid-leap, its form captured with motion and elegance. The reverse was designed by Linda Lotriet. Her initials LL can be spotted near the bottom. Munstuck International Coins +1 above the springbok you read R1, clearly declaring its face value. Below you find the Latin motto, Soli Deo Gloria, meaning, glory to God alone, a phrase that is rooted in earlier designs of South Africa's coinage and retained for its continuity and resonance. On coin.club +1 This combination of wildlife symbolism and aspirational motto conveys a poetic union of nature, faith, and identity. Although initially intended for everyday use, coins don't always remain in circulation indefinitely. Over time, many become lost, damaged, or worn. Among surviving specimens, those in mint or near mint condition become rare simply through attrition. The 2010 R1 coin is no exception. With millions minted, examples in used condition are not particularly scarce, but specimens in superb, uncirculated condition are prized by collectors. For R1 +1, its exact rarity index is not easily pinned down in public catalogs, but in the coin collecting community it is regarded as moderately scarce in pristine state. Why do collectors care about this coin? Because it sits at the intersection of design, history, and scarcity. It is a representation of South Africa's post-apartheid identity, minted in a new era, bearing symbols of unity, diversity, and nationhood. It captures a moment in time, 2010, when South Africa was gaining global visibility as it hosted the FIFA World Cup. While the R1 coin itself is not one of the World Cup commemorative coins, that year is part of the same national narrative of pride and international attention. Collectors look at condition first. A coin with sharp detail, no scratches, original luster intact, and free from discoloration holds the highest value. Any scuffs, dents or tone changes lower the grade and thus the worth. Then you consider demand, how many people want it, and from how many regions do they bid. Next, the provenance matters. Coins with a documented history or with certification, grading by a coin grading service, often fetch premium prices. And finally, the coin's narrative, its design, symbolism, and the era it represents, can impart an intangible value beyond the metal and minting numbers. Given those factors, modern coins in exceptional condition can command surprisingly high sums. Even though the metal is not precious, nickel-plated copper doesn't carry intrinsic bullion value. What you pay for is the artistry, rarity, and collector desirability. For videos or content, you can emphasize that this coin is a hidden gem for those who seek accessible but meaningful pieces to start or enrich a collection. You could describe someone holding the coin lightly between two fingers, tilting it toward the light so the springbok leaps into view, or so the motto seems to glow faintly in relief. You could talk about the contrast between the smooth feels of the coin and the textured segmented edge. You can position it next to a modern coin to show how far coin design has come, or overlay it with a magnified close-up of the letters Soli Deo Gloria to invite viewers to appreciate the fine detail. If you like, you can build suspense in narration, reveal the minting number, 45,120,000, as surprisingly high for collectors, but then dwell on how many of those survive in perfect condition, perhaps a few thousand worldwide or even less. Though normal examples exchange hands for modest sums, the top-grade ones become auction spectacles when you present the coin story, connect it to stories people care about, the evolution of South African national identity, the symbolism of the springbok in African art and wildlife, or the motto as a bridge between faith and public life. Link it to the 2010 World Cup year as a moment when South Africa stood in the global spotlight, making that coin feel like part of a broader narrative.